So, the topic of today's video, as you could probably tell by the thumbnail and the title, is my physical game collection. Now, very recently, and I mean very recently, I got into physical game collecting, and I already own some, so I thought I'd just show my collection now, and then this is a video I can look back on in a few years when hopefully the collection has grown. So I'm going to go console by console, and I'm going to split this up in the order of which I got said consoles. And I think I'll go from there. Now, before this, I used to buy most of my games digitally, so this is a relatively small physical collection. But I still think it's just something to look at. So starting off, it's tough. I have to hold my phone because I don't have a proper camera. This is my games I don't have the case for anymore. For Nintendo 3DS. So as you can see, we have Fire Emblem Fates Conquest, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and Donkey Kong Returns 3D. Now, interesting story with my 3DS. I used to have one. I think I got my first 3DS when I was like 6, 8 years old, somewhere in between that time frame. And I've lost that 3DS. It was a red model, new Nintendo 3DS. I have a Nintendo 3DS XL currently. That's what I use whenever I want to play 3DS games. But the unfortunate side effect of losing that is I don't have a lot of the digital games anymore since the stores have since gone down. So I had to rebuy a bunch of games I had. I didn't use my 3DS a crazy amount as a kid anyway. So starting off, obviously in this collection we have Fire Emblem Fates Conquest. Now Fire Emblem Fates is a game I'm very mixed about, because the gameplay is very good, however the story is insufferable. Like the story for Fire Emblem Fates is just so ass. Conquest, I think, has a slightly better story from what I can remember. The gameplay is also a lot better than, we'll get to, what's the other one? Revelations, Bloodline, whatever it is. We'll get to that. But Fates does have the better combat because it's more geared towards combat. Then we have 4 Ultimate, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. And this is a phenomenal game. One of my favorite games ever. The defining Monster Hunter of the 3DS. It's just a really good game. Even if you can't track down a physical or a 3DS, I would even recommend emulating it, because it's just such a good Monster Hunter. If you like Monster Hunter at all, you will enjoy it. And then Donkey Kong Returns 3D, or Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. This is another really good like 2D platformer. I think Tropical Freeze is the better of the two Returns games, but this one isn't bad at all. I have the 3DS version, which actually has more content than the Wii version. The trade-off is it doesn't run as high of frame rate, and there's times where it looks a little wonky, but it has like a whole another world worth of content compared to the Wii version. Then I know the Switch port has all the content from the 3DS version, but apparently that port's kind of shit. So I'm just, whenever I want to play Donkey Kong Country Returns, I just pop in the 3DS version to my 3DS. Next, we have 3DS games. So starting off first this is my original copy, Ocarina of Time 3D. Not much to say about this game. It's a very good remake of like one of the best games ever made. My 5th favorite game made ever. I fucking love this game. It's amazing. It's just a good fucking Zelda game. And this is actually technically the first game I beat as a kid. The first video game I ever played was Lego Batman 2 on the PlayStation 3. I don't have a PlayStation 3 anymore. My parents gave it away when we moved here, and then I got an Xbox One, but we'll get to those games in a bit. this was 3DS was my first technical console growing up, and this game, it means a lot to me. It's also just a very good game. Next we have Majora's Mask 3D, the sequel to Ocarina of Time 3D. So this was the one I grew up with. I got this not long. I think they released it. It's weird. They released this like a year or two after Ocarina of Time 3D. And this is also a very good game. I know some people don't like the changes they made to the remake. In terms of like the boss fights and some stuff. But overall, I think actually I prefer it because I went back and through Nintendo Switch Online, the Nintendo 64 emulator. I went back and I played OG's Majora's Mask. I actually think this is better in some aspects. Some people are like, they killed the ambiance, the mood is ruined. Not really, it's still a very creepy, very unsettling game, especially Ikana Canyon, and stuff like that. It's still a very good Zelda game. Don't get that twisted. I also think the big thing is the Zora swimming feels so much better in this game than it does in the original. Zora swimming in OG Majora's Mask, fuck it sucks. Yeah, but that's Majora's Mask 3D, really good game. Now I actually got the next one. Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth. I actually got this when I got my new 3DS. This is not a game I had growing up as a kid, because I didn't play Persona 5 till I got my PS5 in 2021. But this is an okay game. The main reason I got it was of the novelty of all three Persona casts interacting with one another. And it's good in that aspect. The writing is pretty funny. But the actual gameplay is so fucking drab. Not to mention there's an annoying gimmick with the 3DS where you have to draw your map. Like as you're going through the areas, you have to draw it out with your map on the bottom screen. So I just did easiest difficulty because I really wanted to just experience the characters interacting with each other. And I haven't beat this game. I don't think I probably will. It's probably people who have beat it could say it's a fine game, but it's just not for me. Next we have Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. This one is pre-owned from GameStop, as you can see. And Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is the second Luigi's Mansion game, and probably the weakest in my opinion. I went back and I played Luigi's Mansion 1 when they had a GameCube support to Nintendo Switch 2. And it's fun. It's a very short game. It's only like 6 hours, but it's really fun. I like the feel of it a lot. And the second one, it kind of just feels janky. Like, to be honest, they do a weird thing where, in order to like pad the game out for content, they almost make it like Mario levels where you go to like there's multiple mansions. You go to like the mansions 3 times to kill like 3 different ghosts. And it's kind of like, it's good. It's still like Luigi's Mansion game, but just feels like a step down from the first. Luigi's Mansion 3 is really good. I haven't beat that, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Next, I actually have the Nintendo Selects version of A Link Between Worlds. And this is a fucking phenomenal 2D Zelda. Probably, I haven't played A Link to the Past. That's actually on my list of games to play. I think in the downtime, waiting for games after Monster Hunter Stories 3 comes out, I'm gonna get into A Link to the Past. But A Link Between Worlds is a fucking phenomenal game. I'd say probably my favorite 2D Zelda. Everything just feels really nice. The game looks really good. It being a sequel to Link to the Past is, I know a lot of people like that. Sorry to keep saying I never script my videos, which is why there's always an while I'm thinking of shit to say. But this is a really good 2D Zelda. I'd say it's a must-buy for any 3DS owner. And next we have Fire Emblem Awakening. And this is probably my favorite Fire Emblem. I think I like it more than Three Houses. And it's just because the story's good, the characters are lovely, and the combat it's weird. That's my next game, but Fate's Birthright and just Fates in general has better combat, but this is the better overall package. If that makes any sense. Like it's very easy to break the combat in this game, but the story and the characters are fun enough to where I don't really care. Phenomenal Fire Emblem, another game, a game that saved Fire Emblem basically. And I would say you should probably get if you're a 3DS owner, or obviously it was a get for 3DS owners. And then we have Fire Emblem Fates. I already talked about this one with Conquest. This is Birthright. And it's still just kind of an game. Like the Fates games are, in my opinion, the weakest Fire Emblem games easily. They just kind of feel like they feel like Fire Emblem games, but they don't feel like Fire Emblem games at the same time. If that makes any sense at all. And they're just kind of okay. Next we have Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Now this is the GameStop version, but this is the version I had when I was a kid. I own 2 copies of this game. I have a backup copy in my drawer. And so funny thing, this version doesn't have online multiplayer like the Wii U version does. Which is a little bit weird because they did one game later. The 3DS was able to support it with 4 Ultimate. But the 3U, it's still Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, so it's still a really good game. But if you know anything about the development behind this game, you know it was a notoriously weird port. Like the internal frame rate for Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, also it's peeling a little bit on the back, not much I could do about that. I'll probably get a case for this at some point if I have money to throw away. The internal frame rate for Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is limited to 3,000 frames per second. The 3DS version, the 3DS limits it to 30. So it is a weird game, but it's still Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. It was my first Monster Hunter as a kid. I still have all of my save data on this cartridge. Fucking phenomenal game. Got me into Monster Hunter. I love it. Next, we have Xbox games, and starting off, we have the first Xbox game I ever owned, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. This is, by all intensive purposes, I can't speak, a classic hero shooter. Like, you can find footage of the original presentation online, and it's so awkward, but this is a really good game. Like a damn good hero shooter. I love this game. I think I only played it for a bit because by the time I got my Xbox One, Garden Warfare 2 had already come out. But I still love this one. I played it for about 2 weeks. There were still people playing online by the time Garden Warfare 2 came out. So I played this one for a little bit, and then I got 2 digitally on my Xbox. But this is a very good game. Love it a lot. And next, we have one of my favorite shooter games, probably my favorite shooter game ever, Titanfall 2. This game kicks fucking ass. There's no other way to say it. You're doing mech battles, you're running on walls, you're grappling around, you're shooting people. Memories. I got this way later. I think I got this Christmas of 2020. So obviously 5 years after it came out, but the servers were still pretty decently popular then on Xbox. I got to play with a shit ton of people. Amazing game. Love this to death. The fact that we're never getting Titanfall 3 because EA sucks hurts me. And next we have Minecraft Xbox One Edition. Now this was a game I always wanted as a kid. It's funny, I had all the Minecraft books. I would check the Minecraft books out from my library. I would look at them at the book fair. They actually got and played Minecraft, and I was like, it's not really for me. A good game. Probably the survival game. Not really my thing. Don't really get the people who go on like, yeah, I'm going to do a Minecraft phase for 3 weeks. It's not really this game, really. Like, no discredit to you if you like Minecraft. It's a really good game. Just not my cup of tea. And this is next. We have Elden Ring for Xbox Series X and Xbox One. So funny story. This is a copy I meant to give to a friend. They had a digital only Xbox, so I just kept it. So I own Elden Ring twice. I own it on my PlayStation 5. I also own it on my Xbox. And there's not much to say. It's Elden Ring. It's like the best, one of the best games ever made. It's so fucking good. You could spend hours upon hours in this game and not do everything. DLC is also fucking amazing. Just an incredible game overall. But not the platform I played it on. So I don't think I ever really opened this case. Did I? Yeah, I did. The ceiling's off. And next we have, and this is unfortunate, Batman Arkham Knight. So I say this is unfortunate because I own this game digitally now because the disc stopped working. However, I kept the case because it's Batman Arkham Knight, dude. Like, this is weird. It's a weird game because the story is pretty mid. I can't lie. Some of the Batmobile segments are a bit annoying. However, that core gameplay, that stealth and free flow combat gameplay, is some of my favorite gameplay in any game ever. Like, I replay this game so often, a lot more than the other two actually, just because I love the gameplay in it so much. Like the stealth sections, the combat, just how it feels. The fact that it has all the movie suits too is just so fucking good. It really is. And then next we have original Titanfall. And I don't think I've ever opened this case. I'm not sure what that little logo thing is over there. But this is the original Titanfall, and I've never actually played this, and probably not gonna, just because I doubt you could find anybody who's still playing this on Xbox. Also, I just like 2 a lot. But never really played this. Don't got much place to speak on it. I know the original on PC is sadly like over flooded with hackers and cheaters. I don't even know if you could play it on PC anymore because of what the hackers did. But yeah, what a kind of a shame. Glad I own it though. Next we have Star Wars Battlefront 2. Or no, this is the original. Original Battlefront, kind of a mixed bag. Gameplay, pretty good, but those microtransactions were a bit aggressive. However, I was a dumb kid at the time. I didn't know any better. I didn't get any microtransactions for this game. But I didn't. I played it leading up to Battlefront 2. And I played Battlefront 2 a shit ton. Love Battlefront 2. I think Battlefront 2 now, which is weird because it doesn't get updated more. It had one hell of a redemption arc. They removed the loot boxes and put so much fucking effort in that game. It's amazing. But Battlefront 1, it's kind of just an okay shooter with the Star Wars license. Not my favorite shooter, but I have some fun memories of this as a kid. Next, we have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Deluxe Edition. My second Star Wars game I own on Xbox. I got this I feel bad, I got this for Christmas of 2019, but I also got that alongside my Nintendo Switch, so I really did play this game that much. Once the Switch hype kind of wore off, and I played everything I really wanted to on that console, I came back and I played this game and beat it. It's a good game. It's a pretty good game, I would say. It's a little buggy here and there, which is unfortunate. But I like the Respawn Star Wars games. They're fun. They're good fun. And then we have the last Xbox game I own, and probably my favorite I own on Xbox, Fallout New Vegas. This game is fucking everything. It's one of the best games ever made. The character choice. It says greatest hits, which I actually didn't realize until now. I had the greatest hits version of that. But this is obviously backwards compatible with all generations of Xbox, aside from the original, but that's kind of a given. I don't know why I said that. very good game. Love it to bits. And I think that's everything for Xbox. So for the next part of my video, I'm actually just gonna be filming this on my desk because my back was starting to hurt from sitting on the floor. I love rug shots as much as the next person. Sorry if my desk is a bit dirty, by the way. I haven't cleaned it in a while. I love rug shots as much as the next person, but yeah, my back was starting to hurt. So moving on to Nintendo Switch, which was the third console I got. First, we have my only Switch 2 game, so I'll just get this out of the way. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, the Switch 2 edition. I've played this game. It's good, but it feels like it could be better. I haven't beaten it. That's in our list of my games to play after Switch 3 comes out, and to fill the gap, I probably will beat Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. It's good. The problem with most of the Metroid Prime games is none of them really feel like they're better than the first. Like, I played a bit of 2 Corruption on emulator. I own Metroid Prime 3 for Wii U. Or not Wii U, Wii. And that's a good game, but they don't feel as good as the original, if that makes sense. Next we have Super Mario 3D All-Stars. This was a birthday gift. And I know this is a very complicated, or controversial, not complicated, that's the word I'm looking for. Controversial game, because they delisted it and some things don't feel as good as they should be. This is a good game. Mainly just because it includes some of the best 3D platformers ever made. Some of the best games ever made. This was how I played Mario Galaxy for the first time, and I fucking loved it. I love Mario Galaxy. It's one of my favorite games ever. But overall, I don't think this is as bad a game as some people make it out to be. No Galaxy 2 is weird. No 3D Land is weird. I get why they didn't do 3D World, because that game was separate with Bowser's Fury, and bundling them together would have been weird. But this isn't a bad game. Not at all. Next, we have Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. This game's kind of just okay. I got it because it was on sale for like $15. It's kind of just mini games, and I'm gonna keep it real. I like games like Mario Party, but I hate games where their entire identity is this is a mini game collection. That's why, even though I've heard that they are incredible games, I probably will never play a WarioWare game in my life, just because I don't really like mini games outside of Mario Party that much. And next, I'm gonna just keep the Mario train going. We have Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. So I actually have the first Mario plus Rabbids also on physical. And that, even though Rabbids are weird, like they're weird, they're a weird little Ubisoft thing. I mean, a string of weird little Ubisoft things. The first Mario plus Rabbids is a really solid like strategy game. Like, that's surprisingly deep and really fun. But this one, it's still good. I haven't beat it. I'll beat it at some point. It's fun, but at the same time, it just feels kind of watered down from the first. If that makes any sense. But that's about all I have to really say about it. Next, we have Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. Another game I have not beat. I know, I buy a lot of games and then I don't beat them. But this is, it's a very good, it's for like an old RPG from the 1980s. It's pretty good for the most part. I haven't gotten that far in it because I know you have to do a lot of grinding. And I don't really want to do that right now. Also, shout out the X-Wing back there. And Iron Man. But this is a very fun little game. If you like Dragon Quest, I'd recommend picking it up. Cute game. Next, we have Super Mario RPG Remake. And this is it's a good game. Mario RPG, for as much as people talk about it, the original, after playing this, it's a fun little, cute little RPG. It's just kind of I don't know. I feel like a problem with a lot of the Mario RPGs is the combat is very, very basic and repetitive. That's just kind of, that's some problem with me with turn-based RPGs is even though I like a lot of them, if the combat ever gets like super repetitive, I'm out. This guy just said it worse, but cute little game, fun little game. Was cool to see Genos after everyone had been talking about him being a Smash Bros. For a year. And he's cool, but I don't feel like he's Smash Bros. Worthy, to be honest. Like, there's so many other characters I've ever seen in Smash Bros. Than Genos. And next we have Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. So I own Hyrule Warriors, the original version for the Wii U. This is the Definitive Edition, which comes with all the DLC and changes from the Wii U and 3DS version. And this was actually because this is one of the few new cartridge games I had that I hadn't played at the time. This was why I played while most of my shit was downloading on my Switch 2. It actually ran super well on Switch 2, which is a problem with a lot of these Warrior games, I feel. But this is... It's a Warriors game, so you're only going to get out as much value out of it as you really want to, because the combat can be the combat is very repetitive. There's times where you just turn your brain off while you're playing it, but as kind of just a huge lump of Zelda fan service, it's cool. It's cool being able to play as characters like Midna, Skull Kid, Ganon. If you really hate yourself, Fi. I'm kidding, but it's a cool game. Cool little game. If you are a hardcore Zelda fan, I would recommend it. Next we have, holy shit, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. In my opinion, this is the best 2D platformer of the 21st century, and I don't think we're going to get many stuff close to it. It's just got so much love baked into it. I know this didn't do too well on the Wii U, and then the whole thing was they released it on Switch for $60. A lot of people didn't like that. And that's fair criticism. I do think a lot of criticisms of Nintendo I feel like are bullshit. One of them I do think is pretty valid is the pricing for older games coming to new systems. But to be honest, I think this game is worth $60. It is so fun. It's difficult, but a fun platformer, I would say. I need to really replay it. I need to replay a lot of games in my Switch library, or just beat them. And next we have Luigi's Mansion 3. This is really good. I have not beat it. Which is probably something you'll hear me say a lot, unfortunately. Luigi's Mansion 3, good game, really good game. I love it. Feels super nice to play, super polished. And funny thing, a lot of people don't mention when talking this game. This is one of the best-selling Nintendo Switch games. This game in 2019, and granted 2019 was a different beast in terms of gaming. The late 2010s, like 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, were a different beast when it came to gaming sales numbers. This game sold 13 million units. Like, what the fuck? It's Luigi's Mansion. It's a good game, but 13 million units? What the hell? I still need to beat this one. I think I'm very close to the end of it. I might pop it in actually after. Play it a little bit. But very fun, high-quality Nintendo game. Speaking of high quality, this game, in my opinion, this is one of the best, if not the best, indie game ever made. It is so fucking good. I played this one, I beat it, loved it. And I actually got Silksong, and Silksong's still a very high quality game. For me, it doesn't feel as good as something like OG Hollow Knight. Maybe it's because they fucked around with the changes a little bit, but it's just, I don't know. But enough about Silksong. Tremendous 2D Metroidvania, probably the best Metroidvania I'd say it is probably the best Metroidvania game that's not a fucking Metroid game. Love this game so much. This version has the DLC packs, And it also has, and I'm not going to find it right now because I'm lazy, it has a little map that comes with it of Hollow Nest. And it was really cute, kind of using the map to try and navigate to where I need to go while playing the game. It was so fucking fun. And then next we have Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I don't own the Switch 2 version of this game. I got this for my birthday last year. Pretty fun game. Pretty fun game. I would say. It's a pretty good racing game. There's some critiques I have with it. But overall, this is a fun racing game. I like it a lot. Not much, don't really have much to say. And then we have Yoshi's Crafted World. This one's okay. I mean, it's not a bad Yoshi game. The issue is, and I don't have that game physically, but I do really want to play it, is everyone says Woolly World was just a lot better game. But this one, it's kind of okay. It's fine. Not really much to say on it. It does feel like kind of painfully easy. Like, the design of this game is fucking gorgeous. Like, you can see a little bit on the back. Everything looks like it's handmade, like origamied and paper mache together, which is adorable. But the gameplay is kind of just eh. But that's about it for my Nintendo Switch games. Moving on to PlayStation. Starting off PlayStation games, we have Resident Evil 2, the remake. I've never played the original Resident Evil 2. I know a lot of people say the RE remakes are bad, but to be honest, I think they're fine. I don't really have an intention of playing most of the originals anyway. I played original RE4, really liked that. But I'm sorry, bro, I'm not going back and playing a PlayStation 1 game. But Resident Evil 2 is a very good horror game. I say this is probably one of the best starting places for someone who wants to get into Resident Evil. Let's recommend them Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 7. You will like both games a lot. And then I don't really have that much to say about this one. Next we have Metal Gear Solid 4. So fun fact, let's get Resident Evil 2 out there. I own 2 copies of Metal Gear Solid 5. And I said 4 initially, that's my bad. This one has a disc that does not work. I ordered it from eBay because it was $20. The disc does not play. The back of it is all scratched up, so that was pretty disappointing. So I ordered the PlayStation Hits version of Amazon. I haven't played this game in a minute. A friend lent me his copy to play ages ago, like 2017. So almost 10 years ago, and I remember barely anything about it. But I just beat Ground Zeroes like 20 minutes ago, and Ground Zeroes is a very good intro level. The fact that they tried to sell it as a $30 game is ridiculous. But this is a very good game. The one issue I have is the PlayStation Hits packaging is red, and it has the little PS4 and the logo in the corner, so I still know what it is. But compared to like the rest of my PS5 games, it just looks ugly. And I hate that. Metal Gear Solid 5, really good game. The story, a lot weaker than some of the previous Metal Gears, especially Metal Gear 4. But still a very good game. The gameplay is so fucking good in this game. Next we have Silent Hill F, the Day 1 edition actually from, I think this was from Amazon. It's a really good game. I know some people don't want to get into it because of the gameplay. Like this joke when it was coming out, it was Souls-like gameplay because there's a parry and a perfect dodge in the game. This is a really good horror game. Probably one of my favorite one of the most underrated games of 2025 in my opinion. And 2025 was super stacked for games, so there's not really like much of an excuse for that. Or there is an excuse for overlooking this one, but this is a fun is maybe the right word. It's pretty depressing. It's sad, but this is a good Silent Hill game, like a good horror game. I really like it. Next, we have the Dead Space remake, and I love Dead Space. Dead Space is probably my favorite horror trilogy, sci-fi horror. Dead Space did so much for sci-fi horror, and I think the remake actually looks pretty good. Um, Also plays really well, which I like. But this is just another good sci-fi horror game. I love this shit. And then next I just looked what this was. I have a lot of feelings about this game. Not a lot of them are positive. It's a good game, I guess, but I really don't see what's in it that other people do see. Like, the gameplay got very repetitive for me for a while. I'm like 90% finished with it. I don't think I will ever play it again. I don't think this deserved to win a lot of the awards it won at the Game Awards. But I could make an entire video about my feelings about this game, but I'm not going to do that. Next game, Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. This is a very good JRPG. The story, pretty I can't lie, but the gameplay is really solid. Very, very depressing and sad to see what's going on with Yakuza right now. I think last I heard they're doing like a reboot. They're trying to reboot the entire series starting from Kiwami, which is like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Instead of just making Ichiban the protagonist going forward, but it's like, got a lot of feelings about this game. It's good. It's a damn good game. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's hard for me to kind of look and ever want to replay this, knowing how the trajectory Yakuza is currently on. Next, we have Sackboy's Big Adventure. I played a little bit of this. This was actually one of the launch titles I got with my PS5. I played a little bit of this with my family, actually. It's a fun game, like a pretty fun little game. It almost feels like Mario 3D World, but the PlayStation version. I've never beat it. I'll beat it at some point because it's a cute little 3D platformer. But I don't really have much to say on it because I haven't played that much. Next, we have Jurassic World Evolution 2. I played a shit ton of Jurassic World Evolution, the first one. Like, I played so much of that game. So much. I'm so sorry. Then you get to Evolution 2, and I own all 3 games. Evolution 2, I still played a lot of. Didn't play that much of. I haven't played that much of 3. I'll probably actually play because I feel like I'll boot up a bit of 3 later this week and play that. But Evolution 2, hold on, there's a hair on the case. Let me fucking get that. I hate hairs. Evolution, it's this objective step up, but I just have less time in it. I don't know why. Then we have Sonic X Shadow Generations. This is a really good game. Sonic Generations was already like one of the best Sonic games ever made. And Sonic X Shadow Generations. Shadow Generations is a very fun like game on its own. It feels, I'd hate to keep bringing that game up, but it's amazing, so I'm going to keep doing so. It feels like Mario 3D World again. Which is a good thing, where it has its own like little side game in between an already amazing game in Bowser's Fury, and this time it's Shadow Generations. So I love this game, love it a lot. Next we have Spider-Man Miles Morales. And the main reason, this was the game I played the most on my PS5 when I first got it in Christmas of 2021. And I didn't actually play this. I played this, Spider-Man Remastered. I don't know if you can see that. I'm filming the whole video on my phone if you couldn't tell already. I'm a bit jittery, but I don't really care. So I'm going to talk about both these games. Spider-Man Remastered is, I I remember being a kid. And I would drive to hockey practice, right? Or my dad would drive me to hockey practice. And I would watch Spider-Man Homecoming in the car because we had that on Blu-ray. Spider-Man Homecoming is a really good Spider-Man movie, by the way. If you say otherwise, you're lying. And they would always show trailers for Spider-Man 2018. I was so excited for this game. But I was dumb, so I didn't really understand what a console exclusive was. And then finally getting to play it in 2021. And the thing is, people forget about 2021. This was when Spider-Man No Way Home was coming out. The Spider-Man hype was like at an all-time high. And actually getting to play this right after seeing Spider-Man No Way Home? Oh, it was so fucking good. Oh, I love this game. Obviously, objectively, it's kind of eh. Or not objectively, kind of eh. It's just, compared to the Batman Arkham series, the Spider-Man Insomniac series is a little bit kind of weird. Super excited for Wolverine, though. And then Miles Morales. This is a good, cute little mini game. That's not a mini game. It's like a baby game. The story's only like 18 hours, 20 hours. There's not that crazy amount to do in the game. But it's fun. It's a fun game. I like how Miles feels. And I'm not going to quote the IGN review. If you know the one, you know the one. All the exaggerated swagger of not finishing that. Fucking cute little Spider-Man game. Wish it was a little bit longer, but I can see why they did that. The final game we have for PlayStation is Sonic Frontiers. This is a really good Sonic game, despite what some people will tell you. This is a good, 7 out of 10 Sonic game. I like how it feels. I like how it controls. It feels pretty smooth. The story, I honestly forgot. It's pretty generic, but it's a fun little Sonic game. And that's about it for my PlayStation collection. So, starting off Wii U games, we have Nintendo Select's Wind Waker HD. Not much to talk about. Wind Waker is an amazing game. The HD version just makes an already amazing looking game look even better. Not really that much to talk about. Love Wind Waker, an amazing Zelda. And so I actually own 2 copies of Twilight Princess. I own Twilight Princess HD, the Japanese version, and then the English version. And as you can see, which is interesting, they have different cover art, which I actually like both cover art a lot. I think I like the Twilight Princess one a hell of a lot, the Japanese one a hell of a lot better than the English one, but the Japanese one looks really fucking good. In Twilight Princess, not much to say about it. This is the definitive way to play Twilight Princess. They add a bunch of content. If you have the Wolf Link Midnight Amiibo, you get a whole extra dungeon, which is awesome. Not much to talk about that I haven't already said. This is an amazing version of Twilight Princess. Sorry, I just had to, whatever. Next we have Base Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U. I've actually never played this because I own a Nintendo Switch version of it, but this came kind of bundled in with the Wii U I got, so I think I might have popped in once. It's kind of just the worst way to play Hyrule Warriors, the original. But it's still a fun game. Next we have Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. This is... Ooh, let me think for a bit. It's a good Metroid Prime 3 game. The problem is, and I already said this with Metroid Prime 4, a lot of the Metroid Prime's games just feel kind of worse than the original. And I don't know why that is. And then final game... Let me just pick those up. I'm too tired to do another retake. Super Mario Galaxy 2 Nintendo Selects. Classic, amazing game. Slightly worse than Galaxy 1. Not bad game in the slightest. So fucking good. And that's about the end of the video. Thank you if you sit through the entire thing. I'm going to go through hell editing this. But if you sat through the entire thing, that
fucking hats off to you, man. Thank you so much. See ya.